advice would you have for the younger fans who are growing up saying, I want to be like TreVeyon and Henderson?
Yeah. My biggest thing is, man, when people see me, I hope they see Jesus, you know. I hope they see his grace, his mercy. I hope they see his power to save and transform lives. And so, you know, shoot, like I say all the time, you know, don't look up to me, man. Look up to Jesus, you know. I'm not a perfect man, you know. I'm a sinner who's saved by his grace. You know, Jesus, he's the one, he's the perfect one. You know, he's the one that loves every single one of us. And so, you know, that's what I would say to people who, you know, who tries to look up to me. You know, I honestly say, man, look up to Jesus, man. You know, he's worthy of all of our lives. You know, I am not, you know, I'm not a perfect man. You know, I fall short, and I need Jesus just like everyone else. You know, I honestly believe, you know, the Lord wants us to be generous, and you know, he wants us to be compassionate, just like he is compassionate. And you know, he's given me a new heart, you know, a soft heart and a heart that's compassionate for others, you know, those who are in need. And when I just look at my hometown, you know, I feel like God shares his heart with me, how he feels about my hometown. You know, he wants them to know that he loves them. And you know, God has opened up doors for, you know, to use me to be able to shine his light onto them and let them know that he sees them, he loves them, and like he wants to save them and make them his, you know, make them his own, you know, through faith in Jesus Christ. And so when I get that opportunity, you know, I definitely try to, you know, shine God's light onto them, you know, on, you know, whoever. And so
how much has Caleb been hyping up Atlanta, and what's he been telling you guys need to check out? I know you're here to win a game, you don't really have a lot of time to check out everything. What's he been like preaching you guys about what Atlanta's like?
Yeah, we got here around like 7 or 8 last night, and so there hasn't been too much talk. I know we was talking yesterday. We was asking him to like put us on with a food place, and so a couple of the other guys we had checked out American Deli, and so yeah.
Congratulations on being here. On your screen test from the school board. So now we're doing that broadcast. They have GPS on your
I knew they had I think they did have a GPS. I'm not sure how fast was I moving. Honestly, once I got past the first pile of people, I knew I was out. And so honestly, this is honest truth. Like, I wasn't running that fast. Like, I didn't think I was running that fast until I watched the video, and people were saying like I was moving really fast. And when I watched, I was like, dang, like I low-key was slotting. But yeah, so yeah, appreciate it. Go Bucks. Yeah.
The guys have been in the program for 3 years, especially considering that loss a few years ago. Is there some unfinished business kind of mentality going for this one?
I can't really speak for other guys, but I know for me, you know, I don't look at it that way. You know, the biggest thing, man, I just want to go out there, man, and you know, honor and glorify God. And I know this team, you know, that's definitely what we want to do as well. You know, the biggest thing, man, is we try not to look backwards, but to continue to look forward. And so and be you know, in the moment right here, man, it's just like it's another moment. It's a great moment, a great opportunity, man. And so yeah, the biggest thing, man, is just like we just want to look ahead and not look behind us. Yeah.
It's quite a jump.
Yeah.
How is it hearing that and sharing some of the responsibilities?
Yeah, it's been great. Now I wouldn't say it hasn't been any challenges, but it's been good. You know, having Quan in the room, man, I'm so thankful to have Quinshawn in the room, man. I love him, man. He's a brother to me, man, and I truly love him. And I thank God for placing him here. And so, but man, it has helped in so many ways. You know, like you said, taking that wear and tear off each other's body, man. And you know, me learning from Quinshawn learning from me. You know, we encouraging each other. You know, and man, that's what it's all about, man. And so, like, I'm so thankful that God has allowed Quinshawn to be here, and you know, He has placed Quinshawn here. I truly believe God has placed Quinshawn here for a reason. And so, man, I'm just so thankful to have him here, man. He's my brother for real, man. I love him.
Do you feel more fresh than you were when you felt maybe at the end of last season?
Yes.
How has this been more difficult playing your games?
I'll say I do feel more fresh compared to last season. And yeah, and so yeah, thank you.
Quinshawn, you've gotten the chance to play with a lot of really good NFL level talent. What sets this year's team apart from those past teams?
Say that again.
You've had the chance to play with a lot of NFL talent. What sets this year's team apart from all those other teams?
Honestly, man, we played against a lot of great teams, like you said. You know, a lot of talent, and I think when it comes to the back end of the season, you know, your body is tired, you're tired. You know, it's a longer season. Comes down to, I think Coach Day talks about this, competitive stamina. You know, being able to compete, you know, for a long period of time, and so honestly, man, I think this team, man, just come together, man, continue to trust God and continue to lean on Him. And you know, I truly believe God is like, you know, He has helped us to just stay focused, and even when we were tired, you know, to just keep going, you know, to keep going. And so, and man, we're here, and so yeah, I'm just thankful. We wouldn't be here without God. And so we played against a bunch of great teams, man, and so I think, you know, it just comes down to, like, I believe most important is, you know, our faith in God, and then, you know, the work that has to be put in, you know, having to endure, being willing to compete for a long period of time. And so, thank you. Yeah, the person who passed away in Hopewell, man, that was one of my little dudes, man. I actually grew up with him. You know, we grew up in the same neighborhood, and man, when I heard about that, man, it truly did. It hurt my heart, man. And I just know, like, think about God, man. Like, even situations like that, man, like, you know, He can, although, like, it was a terrible situation, like, He can use that situation for good. And, like, even hearing about, like, how people gathered together after that, man, and in the word of God was spoken, you know, the gospel was shared, and people, and even after that, like, people coming to Christ, and, you know, and so I believe, man, it's just like, I'm just thankful that God used that situation for good. And so, you know, I pray that his soul rest in peace. I even heard from one of my old youth league coaches that he was actually starting to read the Bible right before he passed away, and he was trying to tell his friends about the Bible. And man, that right there, when I heard that, man, it brought me so much joy, man. And so man, he was a light, you know, to the people around him. He was a light, man, and, you know, really funny dude, man. And so, yeah, man, may his soul rest in peace, man. Say that again.
Which high school coaches were most influential?
Really all of my high school coaches, really all of my they played a big part in my life. But one guy I do, you know, want to give a shout out to is my coach. His name is Luther Stanley, and when I was a freshman, man, like, he was the guy that saw something in me that no one else could see, and you know, and I was a tough, you know, as a freshman, I was a tough dude to deal with, man. Before I met Jesus, I had anger problems, like, you know, and Jesus rescued me, you know, from the person I used to be. But you know, still, even with my anger problems, you know, that Coach Luther Stanley, man, he stayed right there and he stuck by my side and he gave me an opportunity to compete with the varsity guys as a freshman. And so yeah, man, I just thank Coach Stanley, man, for, you know, sticking by my side, you know, even when I was tough to deal with, man, and seeing something in me and that no one else could see.
What type